About a month ago, I made a video about the 5 indie games that people need to know about, and since then I've kept up my everyday gaming antics and found even more indie games that I think you guys should check out. Some of them I managed to find whilst browsing through the endless depths of the store on Steam, and others I actually got emailed or sent to me by devs asking me to check out and have a look at their games, which made me feel so grateful and honoured, partly because I very rarely get sent games to play, but mostly because I'm too broke to purchase multiple indie games myself and I need all the help I can get. That aside, I did manage to play a couple more indie games over the past month, which definitely left a lasting impression on me and hopefully can do the same for you. Hi, my name is Adrian from Practical Gaming, and before you open up Steam and scroll down to page 37 of the never ending indie section, I'm going to share with you 3 more indie games that you should really know about. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to keep up to date with all of my latest videos. You ready? Let's get it. Number 3. Moss Destruction by Shotgun with Glitters. This fast-paced isometric shooter hands you the task of defeating hordes of enemies with an insane armory of weapons. You have to take your biomech through each level and get to the end without losing all your health. Some enemies will drop weapons that you can use to help improve your arsenal, or if they get too close, you can always use a melee attack, which has this really cool saw blade animation, which is a pretty nice touch. The game uses procedural generation to make sure that no 2 levels are exactly identical in terms of maps and spawn points. On completion of each level, you can level up your mech with various upgrades to make the next level a little bit easier, and while all the options were good, I couldn't turn down having a robot pet dog on hand to rip apart my enemies. I mean, come on, who doesn't want that? This game was sent to me by the developers, and when I first saw it, I didn't quite know what to make of it. The first thing that jumped out at me was the art style, which has a very grotesque-like cartoony feel to it, which is best illustrated by this drawing, which I thought was an overgrown toe, but was actually meant to be a mouse. Nevertheless, I was intrigued by the prospect of playing it and found it not only to be fun, but also insanely difficult. Sometimes needlessly, like how my health carries over to each level, and the controls at times weren't responsive enough when I needed them most, but I relished the challenge put in front of me and it made me want to keep coming back for more. This game is still in early access and has a long way to go, but if it fixes those bugs, it could definitely be one to look out for. Number 2. Unknown Bounty by Extra Code Games. This was another game that was sent to me over Reddit, and thank goodness they did because I had an absolute blast playing it. In this pirate-themed multiplayer battle brawler, you're a captain of your own vessel, and your job is to pillage and destroy any enemy ships that get in your way. To win, you need to make your name known across the seas and raise the highest amount of infamy by getting kills, stealing gold, and evading enemy fire. Whilst on the pillage, you have the opportunity to beef up your ship with the gold you've collected, allowing you to increase your health, boost the strength of your cannons, and upgrade your sail for better mobility. The controls feel just like how commandeering a pirate ship should be, making it a lot more difficult to maneuver out of the way of incoming fire, so you have to plan your route very carefully. This game is a lot more difficult than I had first thought, with a lot of strategic moves available for you to take. One of my favourites being to cleverly use rocks and opposing ships to block enemy fire, leaving them open to the counter attack. Or you could be more gung-ho about it and just ram your ship right into them, which is okay as well. You also have the option to customize the look of your ship with different colours and adopt various hulls to make it more suitable to you. While the idea has been done before, for something in early access it has the base of a very solid game that has a lot of room to be fleshed out and improved upon. I'm really looking forward to see what Extra Code Games have to offer and how this game improves over the coming months. And finally, number 1, Donut County by Ben Esposito. Of all the indie games I've played over the years, this is hands down one of my absolute favourites. I love this game so much, but I ended up making a video about facts people wouldn't even know about the game purely because I want to know so much more about it, which if you want to check out, it will be in the corner of your screen right about now. Donut County is a game where you play as a hole in the ground that gobbles up items in order to make yourself bigger. This satisfying bite-sized physics puzzle game really takes a new angle on how to utilize the environment and the core game mechanic to create interesting but not too demanding problems for you to solve. It perfectly mixes in a bit of humour and story in between levels to further expand the Donut County universe without taking too much away from the core gaming experience. The art style has a poly kind of look to it, and this tied together with the LA beat inspired music gives a cutesy atmosphere and feel to the game that still evokes a sort of Hollywood vibe. You can pick this up and finish it in just under 2 hours for almost nothing at all, and I cannot speak highly enough of how excellent of a game Ben Esposito has created. Who would have thought that just putting things into whole would be such a relaxing and enjoyable activity? If you've got some time in the afternoon, get a cup of tea, have a sit down and take in this absolute joy of an experience. I guarantee you won't regret it. And that's it for the 3 more indie games that in my opinion you should really know about. Remember to leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, and be sure to hit that bell icon to keep up to date with all of my latest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.